That we are at a tie match at the drop. Double gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They do have to be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Dead Hard could get them the distance to get it too. Shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are going to teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes!
Oh, the grab, yes!
Oh my god!
That is disappointing.
This is be a 4-man out because.
Yeah, but they will be able to block this. Yo, getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body block. Oh, they were here.
Hey, what is up, guys? It's Giltspire here, and welcome back to Champions of the Fog. Today we are kicking things off with qualified number 4, Outlawed Violence versus Misery on the Wrecker's Yard. And we are going to be starting off here with a bit of a Demo Gorgon. So let's see what the Demo Boy is able to do today. Demo has had some hit or misses here on the Wrecker's Yard throughout qualifiers. Destlinger definitely seeming to be a little bit superior, all things considered. Though I will note that Goose here is choosing to put down a lot of portals very early on. Potentially a little bit of a strategy here, a little bit of an attempt there to slide off the car, similar to a slide tech from the Blight, but taking the stun instead. They will be losing a little bit of distance here, and it looks like they will in fact be dropping chase entirely to go for another survivor. I do want to note that this generator highlighted in yellow will be regressing. The question is it from Eruption or is it from Call of Brine? Only time will tell. With that being said, though, really surprised they did not go for the M1 hit there on the ace, potentially just trying to reduce resources bit by bit, making it more difficult for these survivors to do much, if not anything. Ace up on the hill, drop down, no real distance gains, no bounce landing, at least not activated from them thus far. Ada, though, caught out a little bit, might be able to get the hit here at the corner, but opting not to risk the shred, instead going for the M1 hit, and they will successfully get it here at the window. Survivors keenly aware that there is, in fact, no Sloppy Butcher, but Demogorgon going for the hit and run tactic here as they will kick another gen, and it looks like this might, in fact, be Eruption, as that gen highlighted in yellow is still highlighted. No noise notifications either from the likes of Call of Brine, meaning that this is more likely than not an Eruption. And they now have 3 eruptions spread across these generators. So potential for upwards of 30% regression across 3 gens, not to mention the additional 0.3% per second thereafter. But so far, Demo really struggling here in chase. Eruption's great and all, but you need to get a down in order to activate it. Attempted mind games here at the window with the Atom, but Atom not falling for it. In fact, getting a lot of distance there at the window. And we do see another survivor ducking over to another active gen there in the distance. Atom, though, dropping pallet early, making sure they are not going to be taking a hit here. These survivors really playing safe. Ace with the bounce landing, presumably getting a lot of distance as well away from the Demo, and no real work on that gen there in the corner. Demo maybe taking another look to see if they can get another eruption play, but has yet to happen. Ace with the fake out, and Demo with the hit, knowing exactly what the ace was all about. And we will see the pallet drop there. Demo trying to push him back into the corner here. Ace with the double back on the shred. That there will be a down, and that is 3 eruptions back to back, and at least 2 survivors incapacitated from the Demogorgon's eruption. That is huge, to say the least. and Ace will be the first on the hook this match thus far. And it looks like Demo will be out on the prowl, though their portal did get destroyed just in the nick of time. We do see Adam coming in. Keep in mind, there is no deliverance to be had for these survivors, so they need to play smart around what second chance perks they have available to them. Adam, though, with the fake. Demo with the M1 hit. First gen of the game getting popped off here. And Adam will, in fact... Well, Adam will, in fact, get a little bit of distance as Demo decides to give the driver of that car a little bit of a high five. Adam, though, playing the LT wall pretty well. Second gen popping off. No deadlock to be seen. Adam with the fake. Demo getting faked out by at the LT. However, I do not think Adam gets there. Demo with the whiff. Just a little bit too aggressive in the instance that Adam went for the vault in time. Keep in mind, no eruption currently up on these gens, meaning that these survivors have free reign, but survivors going up the body block, unable to do so in time, and looks like Demo is in a little bit of a pickle here now, as they have another survivor who will get hit off the slide. Really, really good play there by the Demo, to say the least. Going for the Ace now, who does have a bounce line and will get a lot of distance there. Here comes another eruption, and survivors are keenly aware of another perk, which in fact is Overcharge. Looks like Demo does not want to risk that pickup there underneath the pallet, instead going for the slug out and getting a hit on Ace. 3 survivors now injured, though I imagine 2 close together, as Ace has now been Adam has now been picked up. Ace, though, going for the vault, will get the distance they need to get to the next tile. Demo trying to get them down as quickly as possible, and will go for the shred. A pretty long range one at that, but will successfully get the break on the pallet. Ace back into Shack, but with no pallet here, this is going to be a bit of a dangerous situation, to say the least. Demo going for another shred, knowing that this is a bit of a weaker tile, will not go for the pallet break, instead getting the hit and another eruption, regressing that gen by 10%. And incapacitating the survivor by an additional 25 seconds. However, these survivors not going to slow down anytime soon, as the 3rd gen has now been completed. 2 more gens, and Demo in a bit of a rough spot, as we're looking at a little bit of a 2-2 split here gen-wise. Actually, I'd even argue to say a 2-1-1. So no real 3 gen for the Demogorgon to really manage and put pressure on these survivors, meaning that they need to make sure that these chases are as efficient as they can possibly make them. Demo, though, making some good choices here, going for some fresh hooks, I think. At this point in time, I think prioritizing fresh hooks on survivors like Ada, Adam, Fang is probably the right move here. Ace, next time they go down, will only net the Demo a total of 1 point on the hook. We will see Ada take a hit before they're able to get to a tile in time. However, really strong area here for Ada. Demo realizing it too, will drop the chase, instead going back for the Ace here on this gen. And let's see if Demo's able to get a quick down. They are unable to get the hit here, but will reduce the amount of resources. Finding Adam, the right choice, at least in my opinion. Adam looking a little bit too much behind him, not enough in front. And there's the fake and the hit from the Demo. Spreading the pain a little bit thin here, as 2 survivors now injured, and Demo will go for the eruption and overcharge play. However, no scratch marks or blood in sight from the Adam. Very possibly a little bit of a lucky break, and Demo will indeed find them and get the shred. Adam going to a little bit of a corner without a lot of resources in hand. Ace, though, now the target of the Demo's ire, and that is now 3 survivors injured. Keep in mind, though, survivors only need 2 more generators. Adam getting healed up. Ace now the tunnel out target, the only one to have been hooked thus far at all. However, this generator is flying. These survivors are not missing their overcharge skill checks at all. Demo trying to get a lay of the land, figuring out where everyone is at. Keep in mind that they need to do something quick, lest these gens will pop off here. Demo knowing that that tile is just a little bit too strong for their liking, and trying to find the Ace here in this corner, but unable to do so, as they will end up getting healed. The only injured survivor at this point is the Ada. who is God's knows where, as we do see the ace there, and Demo trying to see if they can get a quick down while guarding this gen. There's the Adam, there's the hit. A bit of a misplay there by the Survivors, trying to be very sneaky, and this might be exactly what the Demo needed, as they will get the shred. No, they will not get the shred at the window. I was thinking that that was a shoo-in for a down, but instead we'll see another gen popping off. Really weak tile here. Adam trying to get a bit of distance. Will in fact do so, but Demo getting a little bit tripped up as Adam lifes away, and only one gen left until these Survivors have a chance of escaping via the exit gate. Demo with the fake, Adam faking a little bit better, a little bit of mind game there. I imagine we'll see the pallet drop here. We do in fact. Demo though not wanting to shred it just yet, instead trying to go for a cheeky hit here. Adam though with the distance will take their chances, and another double fake there. Demo coming in though, and we'll see the ace taking a shred, and there's the adrenaline on the ace, and a bit of no-ed coming in, as we do see the lit totem and some haste status effect. Survivors know all too well what just happened, and ace will be sent out of this game via the entity, going back to the campfire as potentially the only survivor to be sent back. Demo though, hearing the sound of the exit gates open, looks like this is going to be it. Unless this portal is able to cut off a survivor here at this exit gate, things are looking quite grim. And we do in fact see a survivor, but not in time, as Demo will end up watching them leave via the exit gate, and that is a 3-man out. That being said, GG well played to both sides. And we're looking at 16 points in favor of Misery. Sorry, 19 points. Getting the final tabulation in right now. Looks like 19 points for Misery Survivor Team and 6 points for the Demogorgon. Going to be quite the uphill battle for Outlawed Vines Survivor Team, but we'll have to wait and see. With that being said, we are going to get the next lobby set up here in just one moment. But before we do, we are going to go on a quick break. As always, guys, you, the viewers, are our sponsors. So the ads that you watch, all the bits that I tip, all the subs that you buy, and of course all the Rogue Energy you buy using the code COTF goes to supporting Champions of the Fog and the prize pools for Group A and Group B. With that being said, we'll be back in just a bit. All right, and we are back with set number 2, Outlawed Violence versus Misery. This time, we'll be seeing Misery's Deathslinger against Outlawed Violence Survivor Team. Realistically speaking, as far as things are concerned, Misery's killer only needs to get a 1K 4 hook. If they are able to successfully do just that, they will walk away victorious in round number 1. With that being said, let's see what Ducky is able to do, as they do find these survivors quite early and will get a very quick shot here on the Fang Min. Getting a hit early, and looks like they were going to either break the I'm not sure if they're attempting to break the chain or what there, but they seem very aggressive there on that corner, just trying to get a little bit of extra distance, bring them away from any potential tiles. But we'll see the Fangman kind of faking out there. Deathslinger hoping to get the shot, but unable to do so, as Fangman will get hit here on the card. The question is, will they get the hit? They will, in fact, do just that. And that there will be the first down of this match quite early on. So very well played there by Ducky the Deathslinger. And we will see Fangman be the first survivor on the hook here today, moving them that much closer to being sent back to the campfire via the entity. Though having a little bit of issue picking which hook they're going to go to, they will end up going for the hook on the hill. A prime location for any ranged killer, to be honest. And looks like they're now going to be out on the prowl to see what gens currently are getting any progress. But so far, no sign of any other survivors, at least not on generators, as Deathslinger's just trying to see here and there where they might be. Finding a generator here, but not opting to kick it just yet. We'll note that generator here not highlighted in yellow, so no eruption or call of brine here today. Instead, Deathslinger are going to be letting it regress at 0.3% per second. On top of that, 0.2% on the initial kick. Survivors not inclined to take their chances will allow it to regress. And looks like we are going to see the Deathslinger here force a second stage on the Fang Min here on the hill, where the Deathslinger can lord over their territory. We will see a deadlock here in the distance as the first gen is popped off, slowing things down just a little bit as Fangman will progress the second stage. They are now just halfway through all the points that they need, actually more than halfway through. I believe one more hook will pretty much guarantee them the win here, whether it be on the Fangman or otherwise. However, scratch marks going in for the unhook on the Fangman. Looks like we'll see a bit of a tunnel here as Fangman will get the hit on the Fangman, and they're going to try their best to extend this chain as much as possible. We'll see the cigar coming in clutch. Actually didn't think about that, where we do see that break, though they do miss the hit on the cape. Whether on purpose or not, we'll have to wait and see. And looks like they will get a shack pallet for their troubles as a second gen is popped off. Fangman, though, making a lot of distance with that pallet drop, and Lithe getting out the way. But they are in a little bit of a pickle here, as this is a little bit of the corner, and we do see Zarina coming in potentially for a body block, where they will take a hit, and Fangman still in the crosshairs of the Deathslinger here today. This gen does seem to be 99, however, and Fangman in a bit of a pickle here, as they will get hit and down for the final time, presumably, unless the survivor comes in for a potential flashlight save. Looks like this might have been the 99 gen to counteract the deadlock. Will now be regressing at 0.3% per second. Survivors will have to be aware of that as things progress. But Fangman will be sent back to the campfire via the entity. And at this point in time, the Deathslinger needs all but one more hook, and they will secure victory here in round number 1. Survivors caught out here in the corner. Not a lot of resources to speak of. No sprint burst either from the survivors to gain any distance, and a hit on the Kate. Looks like they will go for the break here. The cigar keeping some distance, to say the least, and trying to get a hit through through the building, and they will successfully get it. Unfortunately, Kate will make the window beforehand. Really good shot, though, nonetheless, as we'll see Kate out and about. And now, at this point in time, Desslinger has to make a choice. Guard the gens or go for the Kate. And it looks like with the Kate out here in the corner, they'll do just that. And this looks to be the down to end it all, as Kate will be going up on the hook. This will secure Misery another 3 points, meaning that they will win at this point in time. Even if all gens are completed, the remaining survivors exit via the exit gate. That there will be 9 points in favor of Misery, and thus will claim them the win here in round number 1. At this point in time, these survivors and killers alike are playing for their honor, and to be honest here, the survivors are not playing poorly. They're playing really well, especially around this deadlock, which is slowing things down quite significantly. Realistically speaking, unfortunately, it was a uphill battle, to say the least, where they had quite a difficult score to beat with their performance as killer. You know, Misery and Outlawed Violence have definitely shown both to be very, very good survivor teams, so always happy to see that. Honestly, always a preference of mine to see good survivors over great killers. I don't know why, but it always leads to more interaction, some really, really spicy plays. But with that being said, we will see Zarina up on the hook for the first time. Only one who has not had that pleasure is now the Nia, who I imagine the Deathslinger will be out on the prowl for. Question is, will they be able to complete this gen over here? It was 99 prior to try and finish it off to counteract that deadlock. However, now it is a little bit of a liability, as Deathslinger trying to go for the mind game here. Keep in mind, we do see that regressing at 0.3% per second and an additional 2.5 on the initial kick. However, Deathslinger again a little bit turned around here, as Nia will take the hit. Nia trying to make a little bit of distance here, but actually keeping at the bus. Looks like we're going to see a bit of mind game here. Mind game from the Deathslinger. Nia making their way towards the pallet. They will end up getting there in time, and they will vault out, but taking the hit from the Redeemer, they will end up going down. And I think at this point, keen-eyed viewers, as well as these survivors, may have noted that there is an existence of save the best for last. So really good usage of save here would make a lot of sense to why they're a bit hesitant to chase the Kate throughout the match, and also prioritizing the breaks on that initial hit on Kate very early on. With that being said, all survivors have now been hooked. All 3 remaining in the match hooked only once. So at this point in time, things are slowing down just a bit. Deathslinger has a bit of a 2-1 split here, and unfortunately this gen back here has a lot of progress. So realistically speaking, it looks like survivors will be able to get at least some outs. The question is how many at this point in time, as the Nia's hook timer ticks down as they quickly approach second stage. And looks like we will see Kate here. Another close to 99%, 2.5% off that gen, plus 0.3% per second there after Kate getting shot from afar, and the break to boot. Deathslinger with some amazing plays there, really putting the pressure here on these remaining survivors. But they realize that if they leave these survivors alone for too long, this last gen will be completed shortly. At least in instance of Kate, they're unable to complete it due to the mending stats effect. However, we do see a little bit of haste come into play. That there is another Noed going to be closing out this match, and it looks like Serena will catch sight of it here as they pass on by, and probably informing their survivor teammates to be aware of what is yet to come. Looks like we're going to see at the very most a 2-man out, especially with Serena going out into this corner. I'm very doubtful we see a 3-man. Deathslinger going for some cheeky shots, knowing things are all but over. And there is the exit gate open and the down on the Zarina. With that being said, GG, well played to both teams, and congratulations to Misery moving into round 2 with a 1-0 record. With that being said, guys, we are going to be getting round 2 set up here shortly. But before we do, we are going to go on a quick little break. Hopefully the matches have been wrapping up as we have been going, but if not, we will run some ads here. But before we do, and we get the next lobby set up, we do want to remind everyone here today that we are partnered with Pug Them. For those who don't know who Pug Them is, they are another Dead by Daylight competitive community very similar to Champions of the Fog. They, in fact, are going to be hosting the second half of COTF Group B over on their channel this season, the entire group. So that is our minor leagues of sorts for all of the new players coming in and try and comp out for possibly the very first time. So definitely make sure to stop on by, say hi, drop a follow too, and join their Discord if you're interested in learning more. With that being said, guys, we're going to be back in just a little bit.